Okay, how y'all doing out there? This is Pete over at SWR&C. Now, what we're working on today, we're starting on our 1966 Chevelle motor conversion. When I say motor conversion, we're going to be putting an LS2 fuel injection drivetrain in this car right here, this car that I've been working on off and on for many, many years. And the reason I've been working on it off and on is because the owner has saved his money up, then he brings it back, then he'll save his money up, then he'll bring it back. He went and bought the motor, which is an LS2 fucking truck engine out of a Chevy truck. Bought the transmission. We're going to go look at it in a minute here. And then he went ahead and saved his money and he bought all the other parts. So what I'm going to do, my friend Pete, I am going to walk you through a detailed situation of how to convert your classic muscle car, just like our 66 Chevelle, into Y2K compatible drivetrain situation that says I'm getting 25 miles to a gallon. The car starts right up perfect. I don't have no fucking carburetor problems with it. It's all electronic. It's ran by computers. And I'm enjoying my fucking self driving my classic car while I have the comforts of 2015.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
So before we get started on our muscle car fucking motor conversion job, let's go look at the engine and talk about that for a few minutes. And then we'll come back and go over everything that it takes to do this job. So here's the motor and transmission that you're looking at right here that the owner purchased approximately a year ago. It's got the 6-speed transmission in the back. It's out of a Chevy truck, fuel injection drivetrain in the front. I believe this is a 6.2 liter fuel injected drivetrain that is the latest model that you can get, unless you're going to go Corvette style, that is. And this is the drivetrain of choice that we will be putting in our car that we call 66 Chevelle. Now, when the owner purchased this motor, he paid $4,500 for this. It's got 30,000 miles on it. It's a complete engine, or he thought it was complete. There is some stuff missing on it. We got power steering. Pulleys missing, you can see right there. There's some other brackets missing. He also didn't get the fly-by-wire throttle pedal and the computer for that. We'll have to find all that. Then once we get all the parts that we need, it will be ready to install. But before we install the engine, we got other stuff that we need to do to the car to make sure that this motor is going to run and drive the way that we want it to do. So by converting this car to Y2K compatible, the owner is going to be able to enjoy himself driving the car. It's going to get better gas mileage. He'll be able to take it on long journey trips with worry-free problems. Won't have to adjust carburetors, change spark plugs, and all the unnecessary stuff that you get when you restore a classic automobile, kind of like this one right here, which is a 1964 Buick Riviera. As you can see, it's got the original motor in it. This has been completely rebuilt. It's a one-owner car, but it has a carburetor on it. It has a distributor with points in it. Do you see what I'm saying here? It's got an old style transmission, possibly a 3-speed, maybe a 2-speed. It's got big bulky situations going on with the air conditioner unit and also the power steering unit. So this is the difference between taking this motor here and completely rebuilding it, put it back in the car, versus what we're going to do with this car. This job, I might say, is an expensive job. This is not a cheap job. And when I say cheap job, I'm not talking about my labor. I'm talking about parts in general. The motor's already $4,500. We got a shelf full of parts over there that we will be going through that you will need to complete this job right here. All right? You got to have a fuel tank that has an in-tank fuel pump. You got to get special fuel lines. You got to have the computer reprogrammed. You got to have a wire harness that is compatible with the engine and the wire harness, the main wire harness in the car. So there's a lot of stuff that you got to purchase before you even get started on doing the conversion itself. It's a time-consuming situation because I don't know about you, but my friend Pete ain't rich. If I was doing this, I probably wouldn't be able to afford it. The guy that owns this car, he's been saving his nickels and pennies for many, many fucking years to do this, and this is like the car of his dreams. When we first got the car over here, we went ahead and fixed all the rust on the car. I replaced quarter panels, trunk lids, sail panels, trunk floors, all right? So that's all done. The only thing that this car needs now is the drivetrain put in it, running and driving, bodywork and paint, and he's ready to get down the road. Let's start going over this little venture. Let's see where it leads to as we, my friend Pete, I might say, takes you through step-by-step procedures of what it takes to convert your classic car into a muscle car of today. So the first thing that I do before I do anything, I make sure that all the fuel system is installed in the vehicle. Now what we're looking at here, this is a custom fit gas tank that was made by a company called Rock Valley. There's many companies that make fuel tanks. This is just one of them. This is a stainless steel gas tank. Of course, it mounts underneath the car. I'm going to show you that when we get to it. But as you see right here, this has an in-tank fuel pump. This is the kind of system that you need to make that motor run. To make that LS2 work properly, you need an in-tank fuel pump gas tank compatible to fitting in your car and also compatible to the motor that you're using to make your car fucking run. Now, the owner had the original gas tank. It was rusted out. He would have had to buy a new gas tank. Then we would have had to send it out to the fuel tank company, and then they would have had to modify that and then send it back. So he ended up paying approximately $200 more for this. This is not a cheap fucking gas tank. This is a $1,000 situation you're looking at right here. You get the gas tank, the in-tank fuel pump, which is approximately $400, and then you get the straps, and then, of course, the filler net comes with it as well. And then, of course, to make the fuel reach the motor from the tank, you're going to have to go ahead and build your own custom fuel line system, which what we have here, and I'm going to go over it with you. This is a custom-made fuel line that fits on the motor, all right? This end right here goes onto the fuel line of the engine itself where the rail is, the fuel injection rails, and then it comes around the engine, down the side of the engine on the right-hand side of the car where the fuel line is. And then you're going to have to get these fittings right here, which is a double flare pipe fitting that actually squeezes onto the fuel line, and then it turns into a female number 6 AN fitting, which you have to go ahead and get the male-to-male AN fitting to add on your braided fuel line right here. And then once you have figured all this out, then you come over here to your fuel filter. Now the fuel filter that we're using for this engine, it's a dual fuel filter system. We got our inline fuel that goes into the fuel filter and then over to the motor, but this is a dual filter system which has the return line on the filter instead of on the motor. So this little system that you're looking at right here, which includes the filter itself, all the special fittings that you see. Now this is a special fitting that clamps onto the fuel filter, an AN fitting, and then it converts it to a number 6, and we got 2 of those, 2 different sizes. One's a 3/8, one's a 5/16. And then, of course, we need this special fitting right here that I'm touching that actually clamps onto the fuel line itself into the fuel filter, goes into the fuel filter. And then you got your fuel filter and this line right here and the fittings. You're looking at close to $385 right there. And we still haven't purchased the fuel line that we need to connect all of the hard line to, and the fuel tank, which is a number 6 braided fuel line. So you can see that this can get very, very expensive doing this job, and you can see that by doing this job, you better be prepared to spend money not on the labor, but on the parts itself. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. When we return, we're going to start installing the gas tank. We're going to start in the back of the car, work our way forward, because we're not just going to put the motor and transmission in this car. We're also going to put a brand new wire harness in it. We're going to put air conditioning and AC and heat unit inside the dash, in-dash AC and heat. We're going to eliminate all the holes on the firewall. And you're going to want to watch this video set, because this is a situation that says, I want to do this. I want to do this. This is what I want to do to my car. And my friend Pete's going to show me how to do it. We'll be back with part 1 in the near future. Keep your eyes open. You're not going to want to miss it. It's a step-by-step situation that's going to show you how to do it right. If I fuck up, you're going to see me fuck up. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. I'm not going to hide nothing. If I make mistakes, you're going to see the mistakes that I make, because you're going to be the smarter person and learn from my mistakes. We'll see you later.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.